from 1 to 7, I stand 14 feet tall, where I'm from. A to L, big and small, growing up, this is where we all dwell, where I'm from. Nighttime jams, even swimming in that dirty pool, where I'm from. Growing up learning only a wise man can play the fool, where I'm from. We wore black and white around our necks, they wore yellow and black, where I'm from. Put it simple, when you left the projects, you had to fight to get back, where I'm from. Where Johnny Pieces make you forget all your troubles, where I'm from. Building one, backflip, double dutch, Ricky breaking out a huddle, where I'm from.
Yo,
Yo.
it's shaking, brother.
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal, baby? How you today, man?
Man, I'm goody. How about yourself?
You know, on my Dyckman, you know?
Yeah.
You know who gave me this? Guess who gave me this on my birthday?
Who?
My nigga Breeze. Remember you sent me this one and the black one with the train tracks, the one train and the A
Oh, the
train.
one in the 8 or 200 block. Yeah.
Yeah, the 200 block joint. Yeah, you sent me both of those my birthday. I was going on that trip. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was brotherly
You
love.
look, you look, you lucky ain't nobody swipe before the joint.
Yeah, nah, we'd have been beefing out there in the Bahamas, B. That would have been.
Rest in peace, my little brother Bugs. He's always like,
Yeah.
he keep getting me. Somebody keep swiping my joint. He had to keep getting another one.
And Buzz kept them joints funky and all that, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, let me just say this real quick, right? Before we start this off, man, I just want to let the people know a couple of things about this right here, man. You know, we made this podcast, you know, so we could talk about the good times of Dyckman, man. You know, as far as I'm concerned, you know, when it comes to Dyckman, I'm talking about like the 80s, early 90s at the most, you know, because honestly, I wasn't there for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I was in B-More, locked up or whatever, you know what I'm saying, in Cleveland. So, you know, I had my spurts coming back and forth in the projects in the later 2000s. And then everybody was different, basically. You know what I'm saying? People moved out, people moved in. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the Dyckman as we known it back in the day. So I don't really speak about a lot of that because I came in and out so much. I couldn't even tell you the real stories about this and that. You know what I mean? Because I was coming in catching half of this and that. And blatantly, I really didn't care. Because I was doing so much where I was at. You know what I mean? I have time to care for real. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, you know, I made this show, you know, with the help of Breeze to bring back good times, man. You know, the laughters. You know, of course we shaked and baked a little bit up the block. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had their little joints and all that. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you know, it's just for the love, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if people got funny stories and all that, you know what I'm saying? They want to share and they want to get on the podcast, man. I welcome that, man. I want everybody. Yo, I could put up to like 9 to 8 people on the screen. You know what I'm saying? We be small as hell, but I would love for that family gathering on the screen. You know what I mean? We could do hours of that. I don't mind that. But it's about the love from back then. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's all about love, man. 200%, man. Now, Breeze, you got something to say to that?
Yeah, I want to say, man, like, comment, and subscribe, man. That's how we get more people to see the show.
Exactly.
That's how we get in the algorithm. And that's all we need from y'all. It's free. It don't cost nothing, man. To like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we drop new content, which we keep dropping. Y'all see, we've been dropping crazy. We only been up. Todd told me we only been up a month. I was like, we need more. You like, you only been up a month. We got wild content. But we're going to keep dropping wild content. You know what I mean?
Man, and that's just from the love, man, because it's all about the love, man. Yo, we ain't going nowhere, man. Yo, listen, I got stories, man. Yo, listen, I ain't even start telling my stories yet, man. You know what I'm saying, man? I got stories that will blow your mind, man. You know what I mean? I've been everywhere, man. I hustle everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Breeze been everywhere, hustle everywhere. Yo, we know people that y'all wouldn't even believe. You know what I'm saying? We just taking it slow, man. You know what I'm saying? We on the bud time right now, man. Ain't that kakakina yet. You know what I'm saying?
And also, we gotta be careful, man, about what we say and everything, you know.
And we also that too, you know, because we 200%, man. So word is bond. You know what I'm saying? So when people hear us speak, they know it's truth in it, man. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta be careful, man, because we gotta uphold that also. So I don't just be want to throw those shit out there, and I don't want to upset nobody. You know what I'm saying?
You said you read something in the comments about the females, right?
Yeah. So that's a sticky situation also, you know what I'm saying? Because like I got a lot of stories, good stories to say about a lot of females I grew up with and all that. But sometimes, females tell their husbands, they man certain things and stuff. So I don't want to intervene with that. You know what I'm saying? I really don't want to cause no type of hardship to nobody as we do this podcast.
Right.
Even though it's 88, 89, I don't want to bring up something that probably a female don't want brought up. You know what I'm saying? It's easier for
Right.
me to deal with the men because you got to man up. We already joked about it probably 100 times already. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because I had them type of relationships, you know? So I just don't want to cross the line. And I don't want to offend nobody because, like I said in my previous episodes, all my sisters from Dyckman, I love them. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm a funny nigga. I get lost in the story, say something crazy, then boom, bam, bam. Why you trying to play me? I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I really don't, man. So I'm gonna say is a lot of y'all all was beautiful to me. I all love all of y'all. If y'all grew up with me, y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I will fight for y'all. I will, whatever, man. Y'all know it ain't a shadow of a doubt. You know what I'm saying? But it's complicated. Complicated.
So you don't want to. So you don't want to talk about women. You want to leave that off.
No, cause it's gonna come a time we gonna talk about our crushes and all that. I'm saying we might embarrass a couple when we say things like that, of course, but at the end of the day, it ain't nothing. That's like leading to my guy, Ramel, Little Rod, right? Now that's the topic with female, right? Because Little Rod, I looked up to him so much, man. But the one thing about him was every girl he had, I liked it.
Damn.
Yeah, and they know. See, I don't gotta say no name. See, but they know. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to always come up to them. I'm always looking for hugs for them, and I used to look at him. Like I said, I used to look at him and see how he used to act towards them and all that. You know what I mean? And Rob was a smooth guy. You know what I mean? So I used to have to step it up to try to act like Rob when I stepped to them joints and all. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But it is sticky and all that, man. That's a big shout out to Little
Right.
Rob, man. I love you, Rob. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But yeah, but it is sticky. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah. 'Cause I know they said, I read it too about, y'all just talk about the fellas and need to talk a little bit more about the female, but it's a sensitive and it's kind of tricky subject. I don't really want to.
you know, you know, I got stories. Some good ones. When I used to grow up, when we was growing up, remember the flagpole when Bayin and them, they used to have a
Mhm.
leotard on and all that, dancing and stuff. They were the first Gucci girls and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Remember that joint and all that. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
some big stories. I'm not saying every story got to be crazy. I get what they saying, but it's still, I can't go hard thought. But you know what? What female that's watching us now would love to come on the show? And we can have female day. You know what I mean? Yo, that's what we do, man. We invite anybody, any female want to get on the show. You know what I'm saying? We'll have a
That's how we
female
do it.
day, but you got to be a female that really know the hood. You know what I
Right.
mean? You got to know the errors. You got to know the errors.
Right.
You just can't be a 2000 female. You got to be a female that know the errors. You know what I'm saying? And let's do that, man. Let's have a female day. How about that, Breeze? What about that, B?
Hey, man, that's the best way to make it happen. Because then
Take the heat off us.
they let them get mad at themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. Let them get mad at themselves. Don't get mad at us. Like,
Ah.
you know,
It's gonna be the same thing, right? Cause think about it like this, right? Because if they from the eras, they all grew up around the same female, so they sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
gonna be the love. They're gonna have stories of love. You know what I'm saying? Because like when we talk about our younger days, like when I talk about growing up with my brothers, like Key, right? Me and Key was inseparable, man.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And we the ones that always got our ass whooped because we was bigger than Drew and Malik. Jermaine used to always go in the house a little earlier than all of us. So we still be outside going all the way up the block, coming back down. And Malik
Mm.
did something crazy. Rest in peace. Malik did something crazy to somebody up the block, and they got us in a project. Yo, they used to always take it out on me and Key, man. That's why I said we got our ass kicked a lot from the older niggas going up that block too. But me
Yeah.
and Key, we still tore with each other. We cried together. Yo, got our ass kicked. And we worked ass together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yo, look, man, we spend like each other house all the time. Yo, that's my like that's my brother. Like it's no other like my brother. You know what I'm saying? And yo, and look, and I'm gonna let the world know too on some real shit. This is how much I love my brother for real, man. Because me and Key, we never had a fight. We had one fight, right? Word is bond, right?
Mm.
And even though I was a little older than Key, yo, threw my ass around, yo. I'm gonna give him his flowers before he go and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait, did justice to me. But we never talked about it, and we loved each other more. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And that was the love of it. You know what I'm saying, man? And
Yeah.
he never ran. No matter he was on this side of the world, like he always was doing better. You know what I mean? Doing the right thing more. But he was no matter what, if I'm around, I'm getting this something, he's gonna go all the way with me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Might fuck up his whole life. I'm rolling with my brother. You know what I'm saying? See that's a brother, man. You know what I'm saying? And you don't get that. You don't get that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Even to this day, think about it. Me and Key be on the phone all the time now. That's a lot of years.
Yeah.
A lot of years. We rapping and tapping. Just was in North Carolina with him. He took me on the town and all that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He acting like big bro. You know what I'm saying?
He down there with Mooch and them, right?
Yeah, crazy proud of him, man. Out
Mm.
there living crazy. See, that's living. He not just existing out there. He living, my nigga.
Right.
Crazy proud of him. I'm telling you, I went out there. He was big bro. Like, come on, little nigga. Let me show you around. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. You little bro.
Yeah, our little bro out there and all that, man.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but I love that shit. And that's indictment, man. You can't buy that, man. You can't buy that shit right there, man. That's indictment, man. You know what I'm saying? And if I ever was fucked up, no, I could go, look, my brother right there. Bam. Never fucked up. My brother right there. He tell me
Right.
that all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love him, man. What is bomb, man?
It's love.
Brother Key, man. You know I love you, B.
You
Hey, yo, me and Key used to do this one thing. You want to hear something? So
don't even remember Keith's name
I do know a Key
in the
name.
Brotherhood of Justice.
Yo, hold on. Let me tell you what me and Key used to do, right? Any girl, older chick that used to go by us that had a fat joint, right? We used to slap hands up high and then windmill it back. Bop! And smack that. When they walk between us,
Yeah.
and we'd slap our hand up high while they walk between and then slap back. Bam! Smack that and then jet.
Oh, you used to smack the fatty?
Yeah, me and Key was bad.
Oh.
Yo, me and Key was bad as hell.
You had to run. When you did that, you had to run.
I'm talking about every old joint. We didn't care, yo.
Yeah, because you ain't going to never get a chance to touch it for real. Got to do something. You got to cheat. You got to cheat a little bit. No question.
Yeah, me and
Or you
my
try to get
Key.
slick with the hug. That's it. Get the hug. You go down low. Like, stop playing with me. Yeah.
Nah, me and Key took it to another level, B. We getting a little older, yo. We need a little bit more, yo. We came up with little extra joints and all that, B. Touch that.
And peel off. And peel off.
Cause every time you do it especially the first time you get them, they laugh about it. You know what I mean? And
Oh, yeah, kept doing it. Oh.
Nah, they don't. Yeah, they don't come that way no more.
Nah.
They like y'all little nasty ass niggas.
Y'all wanna walk around with all that donkey on y'all, man. Come on, man.
Woo.
Every day. Looking at that. Like, come on, man.
Oh man.
Torturing niggas.
Yo,
They
listen.
didn't know they were torturing niggas.
No. My building has some of the beautiful women. The project, the whole project. That's why I say, yo, Dyckman was a gold mine for Harlem dudes, man. That knew about Dyckman women. That's all. Every time I'm downtown, that's all they talked about was some uptown joints in Dyckman, man. I told you I got a ride by everybody every night from Jukebox to go uptown because they wanted to see if they could catch one of them joints outside and all that, man.
But
Word, man.
we don't want to go off. We don't want to go off topic.
Nah, I'm just saying, yo, I'm not going on the topic. I'm just saying, like, that's how raw. No, I'm just saying, we talk about the women up there and giving them love back in the 80s and all that. What I'm saying is, that's how raw they was. These dudes getting money uptown. I look up to these guys on 45th, and they talking about the diamond joints like, yo, that's a short. Whoa. You up there? I'm taking you home. Let's go. I'm serious, man. And they driving around. Yo, go knock on their door. They trying to get me to knock on doors. I go in the building and I lie, turn back around like, nah, nobody answered. You know what I'm saying? I don't even go knock on nobody. What the fuck, you know what I'm saying? What?
Yo, I ain't gonna front about the flagpole crew. Well, your sister
Oh,
used to be out there with them, Fatima and all of them.
yeah,
By the flag.
Tonette, all of them.
I remember one time they was like, "Yo, Craig, come here." I was like, "What?" And they smiled. I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Come here." So they had the flagpole day. Craig, you don't eat buns? I was like, "Hell no, don't do that." They was like, I said, "You don't eat buns?" I was like, "Nah, not even with whipped cream and cherry on top." Yo, they just bust out laughing. They never let me live that down. They was like, "Yo," so every time they see me, they be like, "Craig, not even with whipped cream and cherry on top?" I was like, "Nah." They used to bust out laughing. They used to fuck with me all the time about that.
But I'm
That's
gonna
back
tell you,
when we was young. We like eating buns is like out of the question. Like we ain't
yeah,
doing that.
it's smelling. You can you when you a kid. No, I ain't even gonna get into that. But listen, I'm gonna
Nah,
tell you this,
don't. I
right?
know
But
what
look,
you're
I'm gonna
about
tell
to
you the
say.
difference. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. We ain't gonna get
I
into
know you about to say because
it.
they.
Look, I ain't even gonna get. But I'm gonna tell you this, right, man. When you talk about the females of the projects, right? It's just like you talk about the men of the projects, also, right? Of a now of ladder, right? Because you don't get that same community feel like when we was growing up. That's why I try to keep it in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? The 90s. So because still like you still had that family vibe, whereas, you know, you still got young dudes in the grass doing backflips. You know what I'm saying? Playing free for all football and all that. Girls playing double dutch. You know what I'm saying? They dancing and all that, cheering the guys on, playing football and all that. Everything was the opposite for to impress the opposite. You know what I'm saying? My sister, they used to be in double dutch competitions and all that. I don't see that no more. Yo, I took my daughter to the family reunion, and no, my aunt Joanne, like 70 something, man. She double
Yeah.
dutching better than these kids, man.
Man.
You see what I'm saying? They ain't doing it. So, that's why that's another thing, man. But I remember, man, like Chandrea, Lawana, Lisa from Building 2, Lonzo's sister. Fast as lightning. Fast
Yeah.
as lightning. You ain't catching them coming around
Right.
that building, that park, yo.
Right. Hell
Fast is
no.
like, it's some real good, a lot of female stories, man. I could bring up a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? And that's playing the ones I'm saying now is playing it safe. And I do want to show y'all love, man, because I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a safe zone. You know what I'm saying? But that was a lot of love right there and all that, man. Because you know what? A man should always show love to his sisters, right? No matter what. This is my base point to it, right? So when we out here, disrespecting these sisters and all that willingly, it is a problem. But since the entertainment comes with this money now and this social media and all that, I can understand the little leniency for it. You know what I mean?
I just be worried about the females not wanting their story being told because where they at in life right now. So
Yeah,
that's why I don't want to say nothing. You know what I'm
but
saying?
that's true.
Black, 200 block, 200 block.